The average German salary is roughly 4,000 euros a month. But that's not what you're getting on your bank account. No. If you check your payslip, you can see that there are lots of deductions for RV, KV, PV, AV, lots of abbreviations that make it very difficult to understand what's actually going on. Let's shed some light on the two big deductions happening on your German payslip in this episode of the PerFinEx FAQ. All payslips in Germany look more or less the same, as there are not that many payslip software providers. And even if your payslip looks a little different than our example here, it follows the same logic. So grab your payslip if you want to see what you're actually paying for and why the gap between your gross salary and your net income is so huge. That's what she said. The first big deduction is easy to understand. Taxes. There can be three different types of taxes that you have to pay. The first one, which is mandatory for everyone, is income tax. The first number in every line is always your salary, which is subject to what is deducted within that line. And of course, our full 4,000 euro are subject to income tax. We pay 657 euro in income tax, which equals to a roughly 16.5% personal income tax rate in tax class 1 if we're single. As a married couple, your taxes could be as low as 338 euro in tax class 3 or as high as 1,075 euro in tax class 5. If one person chooses tax class 3, the other spouse has to choose tax class 5. Or both choose tax class 4, then you pay the same taxes as we do here in tax class 1. 16.5% income tax rate is surprisingly low, huh? I mean, it's definitely not all that is deducted, but one might think that the tax rate in Germany is a lot higher than that, right? It can be for sure. The maximum income tax rate in Germany ranges from 0% to 45%. With our 4K gross salary, we have a maximum income tax rate of almost 38%, but only an average tax rate of 16.5%. That's why we are only paying 657 euro in income tax. Let us know if you would like to see a video about the difference between your maximum and your average income tax rate, and we'll get it done. You gotta give the people what they want. On top of income tax, you might have to pay church tax. Our example payslip is not a member of the church. If you would be, you would pay roughly 57 euro in church tax with your 4K gross salary. And lastly for the tax now, Solidarity tax, Solidaritätszuschlag in German. Now you might say, wasn't that abandoned in the tax cut 2 years ago? Yes and no. Solidarity tax was cut for about 90% of the German taxpayers. That's why our average German salary of 4K is paying 0 here. If you have a salary of more than 6,300 a month, you will still pay solidarity tax. Companies still pay solidarity tax. And if you have capital gains from investments in ETFs, stocks or mutual funds, you will still pay solidarity tax. Those three types of taxes conclude our first big deduction with 557 euros because we are only paying one of the three types of taxes. And now comes the second and biggest deduction, Social Security. Again, on the left side of the row, you have your salary that is subject to the 4 pillars of Social Security that you have to pay for. The 5th pillar, accident insurance, is fully paid by your employer, so we can ignore that here. With the average German salary of 4K gross every month, your entire salary is subject to all 4 pillars of Social Security. The first is health insurance. Salary up to 4,837 euros a month is subject to public health insurance payments. Salary above that is free of public health insurance payments. With our 4K salary, we pay 7.9% or 316 euros for health insurance, plus 1.8% or 71 euros in care insurance. Those two insurances make up health insurance. So you actually pay 387 euros or 9.7% of your salary for German health insurance. Actually, you pay twice as much, so 774 euros for health insurance, because German social security payments are split 50-50 with your employer. So if you pay 387 euros for health insurance, the company you work for pays another 387 euros. 774 euros is quite a lot for health insurance, especially for the coverage that you get in the public sector. You would need a gross salary of 5,363 euros though, in order to have the freedom to switch to the private health insurance. There are many videos on our channel already comparing the public with the private health insurance, so check them out if you're interested. The last two pillars of German social security are the public pension and the unemployment insurance. Again, 4K are subject to these payments because we don't earn above the threshold, which is significantly higher than the public health insurance threshold, by the way. While we had 4,837 euros a month in gross salary for health insurance and care insurance, we have 7,050 euros a month for public pension and unemployment insurance. So everything below 7,050 euros salary is subject to those two social security payments. Every euro above the 7K is free of public pension and unemployment insurance. As we earn 4K, we have to pay the full amount of 372 euros or 9.3% for public pension and 48 euros or 1.2% for unemployment insurance. Again, times 2, because if you pay 1 euro into Social Security, your employer pays in another euro. So your total Social Security payment with 4K gross salary is 807 euro or 20% of your salary plus another 807 euro that your employer is paying. That is by far the biggest deduction. So after 657 euro for taxes and 807 euro for Social Security, you are left with 2,535 euros net from your 4,000 euro gross salary. 37% gone with the wind. If that 37% hurts you as much as it does for me, so you feel real physical pain right now, then leave a like for this video, and if there are still open questions about your German payslip, then let us know in the comments.